Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I will solve several SAT problems from math. So let's start with the first problem. So we have two equations, y equal y less or equal minus 3x plus 5 and the second one is y greater or equal x plus 2. Now we have different points A, B, C, D, and we want to find which point satisfies both of the equations. So A is minus 6 and 0. B is 0 and minus 6. C is 0 and 6. And D is 6 and 0. So we have different points, x and y, and we want to find which point satisfies both of the equations. So the easiest way to solve this problem is to substitute x and y into both of the equations and see if the equation is satisfied. So we start with A. X is minus 6. So the first equation, minus 3 by minus 6, that's 18 plus 5, that's 23. So yes, y is 0, so 0 is less than 23. So the first equation is satisfied. Now the second equation, x is minus 6 plus 2 minus 4. So 0 is greater than minus 4. So the first option A satisfies both equations. So A is correct. We don't, in this case, we don't need to go through the other options. So the solution is A. Now, in such a problem, if the solution is D, for example, it will take a little longer time to find the correct solution. The next question is, we have a function g of A equals 1 over 16 A minus 3 square plus 4. Now this function defines the location or the height of an object in terms of time. Now A is time. A is time. Is time. And G is distance. A is time and G is distance above the ground. So this function defines the distance above the ground for a certain object in terms of time, which is A. Now there are 4 statements given about this function or this object. Statement A, it says that we want to find which statement is correct. The object was 3 feet above the ground when it was first released. So it says that G, or distance G, is 3 feet when the object was released. Now, when the object was released means that the time is 0. That's A is 0. So we substitute A equal to 0, and we find the value of the height of the object. So if A is 0, 1 over 16, if A is 0, then G equals 1 over 16 minus 3 square plus 4. And this actually does not equal 3. It is much, we don't need to do the calculation if we can apparently look and see that it is not, does not mean the answer to save time. So this is going to be greater than 3. So option A is not correct. Okay. Now the second option B, it says that the object was 4 feet above the ground when it was first released. So B, it says that the object was 4 feet above the ground when it was released. Again, we look into when it was first released means that A equals to 0. Then again, G equals 1 over the same formula, 16 minus 3 squared plus 4. Again, this is 9 over 16, so this is greater than 4. This is already greater than 4, which is not correct. So A and B are not correct. Now the other option, C and D, they talk about the height of the object. Now C, it says that the maximum height of the object. Okay, so option C says the maximum height of the object, C, maximum height equals 3 feet, and option D says that the maximum height is 4 feet. So we want to find the maximum height to know which option is correct, C or D. Now we have an equation that gives us the distance of an object above the ground. Now at the maximum height, this is physics. Now at maximum height, V equals 0. This is the key to the solution. At maximum height, V equals to 0. Now what is V? Now V is the first derivative of the distance or the height with respect to time. So we need to find dH by dA. dH by dA, which is actually t, and equate it to 0. So dH by dt is 1 over 16, this is constant, and we have 2 multiplied by A minus 3 multiplied by 1, which is the derivative of the A with respect to A. So this is the derivative. So we equate this to 0 and find the value of A. So A minus 3 over 8 equal to 0, which means that A minus 3 equal to 0, which means A equal 3 seconds, for example, because A is time. So the time when the object reaches its maximum height is 3. Now we can find the distance again from the equation. What is G at t equals 3 or at a equals 3. So g of a equals 1 over 16 a minus 3 square plus 4. This is the equation. So in this equation, we substitute a equals 3, g of a equals 1 over 16. This is 3 minus 3, so this is 0 square plus 4. So g at maximum height equals 4 feet. So the correct answer is D, which says that the maximum height that the object reaches is 4. So the correct answer is D. Okay. Now the next question, we have the area of an flat land. Area equals certain land equals 14. This is unit conversion question. 14 to 17. 14 to 17984 feet square. We have this area, and we want to find the area in square mile. What is the area in square mile? What is A in square mile? And we know that we are given that 1 mile equals 1 mile equals 5 to 80 feet. So we are given the area in feet square, and we are given 1 mile equals 5 to 80 feet, and we want to convert the area into miles square. That's an easy question. So area equals 14 to 17984 feet square. We divide by the mile, which is 5 to 80, because it is mile square. It is area, so we divide by the square, 5 to 80 feet square per mile square. And we get the answer. A equals 0.51 miles square. Miles square. So this is the answer. This is a straightforward problem. It's not conversion because we are converting to area, so we multiply by square, 5 to 80 by 5 to 80. The next problem, we have a function and we want to find the roots. That's 3x cubed minus 63 x squared we have 3x cubed minus 63 x squared Okay. Plus 204x plus 204x. And we want to find the roots of this equation. So the roots, when the value of the function, that means that the value of the function is 0. So we want to find the zeros of this function. So we equate this function to 0 to find the roots. So we see from this equation that we can take 3x out as a common factor. 3x, then we have x squared minus 21x plus 68 equals 0. So we have either 3x equal to 0 or x squared minus 21x plus 68 equal to 0. So if 3x equal to 0, then x equal to 0. So the first root is x equal 0. Now the other two roots, we have x squared minus 21x plus 68 equal to 0. So this one equals this is x by x squared is x by x, and 68 is 17 by 4. 17 by 4. Now, since the last value 68 is positive, so this has to have the same sign, and it should be the sign of the factor of x. So this should be minus, and this should be minus. Now, if we want to check our solution, we multiply these, minus 17, minus 4x, minus 17x, minus 4x, it should become 21x. So our solution is correct. So we have either x minus 17 equal to 0, then x equals 17, or x minus 4 equal to 0, and then x equals to 4. So there are three roots because this is here a cubic equation. This is a 3, x to the 3. So we have three roots, which are 0, 0, and 17, and 4. So this is the solution to this problem. Another question, another easy question. We have distance. Someone travels from his work place, from his house to his workplace. The distance is 38 miles. Distance is 38 miles. Distance is m, and the speed, average speed, is a speed, average speed, is 38 miles per hour. Per hour, and we want to find a formula that expresses the time needed to go to work and back from the work. So what's the time or formula for time? or time to work and back. And back home. We have several options given. Let me show you the options or the answers. E equals 38m. M is the distance. This is A. B, T equals 76m. And C, T equals M over 19. And D, T equals M over 38. Now, this is actually an easy question. And we know that the time equals distance over speed. So distance is m. Distance is 2m, because it's back and forth. So distance is 2m divided by the speed, which is 38 miles per hour. So T equals m over 19 in hours. So the answer is C. This is a simple question. When an object moves at constant speed, distance equals time by velocity, or time equals distance divided by the velocity. This is very basic. Okay, the next question. We have two equations, 63y, 63y minus 2.1 equals tx. And we have 4x plus 55y equals 0.3 plus 46y. This is equation 2. So the question is, what is t? T is constant. What is the value of t? So that these two equations have infinite number of solutions. So the question is, what should be t? What should be t? What should be t? What's the value of t? So that the equations, the two equations, the equations 1 and 2 have infinite number, have infinite number of solutions. Now, for two equations to have infinite number of solutions, they have to be exactly the same. They have to be exactly the same, so that they have infinite number of solutions. So if they are exactly the same, that means they have infinite number of solutions. So if they have a unique solution, now a solution that satisfies, for example, two equations is the point of intersection. If there's only one point of intersection, that means that there's only one solution. If there are 2 points of intersections, that there are 2 solutions. Now, if the both equations are exactly the same, that means there are infinite number of solutions. So here the question is, what is the value of t so that the two equations have infinite number of solutions? Now I want to express these are linear equations. These are linear equations, so I will put them in the standard format for linear equation. Standard format of the linear equation is y equals ax plus b. This is the standard format of the linear equation, where ax is the slope of the straight line and b is the y-intercept. So the first equation, we can put it in the, if we do some algebra, so y equals dx plus 2.1 over 63. This is, I only rearranged the first equation. So this is equation number 3. Now also I will rearrange equation number 4. So equation number 4 becomes y equals, to put it in the standard format, for x plus 0.3 over 9. This is equation 4. Now equation 3 and 4, they are just rearrangement of equations 1 and 2 to put them in a standard format for the straight line. That means y at one side and x at the other side. So now if we look to equations 3 and 4, I want to put them to make them exactly the same. I want to have a value for t so that they are exactly the same. So I can find the value of t. Now, if I look at equation 3 and 4, I can see that a factor of 7, if the right-hand side of equation 4, the numerator and the denominator are multiplied by 7, I will get equation 3. So if I multiply the numerator and the denominator of equation 4 by 7 over 7. So if I multiply any value by 1, 7 over 7 is 1. So if I multiply it by 1, its value will not change. So equation 4 becomes y equals minus 28 x plus 2.1 over 63. This is equation 5. Now, if I compare equation 3 with equation 5, I see that they are the same. For these two equations to be exactly the same, t should be minus 28. So this is the value of t. For these equations to be exactly the same, t should be minus 28. So t equals minus 28, which is the solution to this problem. So when t equals minus 28, the two equations are exactly the same, and they have infinite number of solutions. So that's all for today, for this video. Thank you for following my channel. If you have any question about the problems solved in this video, please let me know in the comments. And if you have any problem you need help with, also you can leave me in the comment. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.